Good morning, everyone. Dr. Victoria Skirbo here. Close to the road, as you can hear, at the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is Wednesday, May 19th, or Thursday, May 20th, if you were in Australia and New Zealand. The moon starts the day in Leo and then shifts into Virgo around 5 p.m. on the east coast of the U.S. The moon does make a first quarter square to the sun in Taurus. Yes. I had to think about that because tomorrow the sun moves into Gemini. So I thought we would start at the top of the property here. Those are the peonies. They're starting to flower. And we're going to bring you around. And there is Charlie rolling around in the sand. He loves to do that. We still have lilacs over here, although they're starting to pass. There's little Meep. That's our little car that gets us around. We get our water with Meep. All right, so you're seeing a little bit of. It's a beautiful morning here. It has been so glorious and sunny, and just the smells. I mean, you just, wherever you are, there's some sort of fragrance, which is just lovely. It's just lovely. There's the white lilacs by the door. We do have that first quarter square that I talked about with the sun and the moon. This is part of the lunation cycle that began with that new moon in Taurus. So we're at a crisis point. Taurus is about bringing a stability, a new sense of security, new values, perhaps introducing new values into your value closet, I guess. And today we have that crisis in action, where we need to take an action to help support the new values that we're feeling. So these are some of the plants that Michael's going to be putting in the garden. We used to do it by seed, but we didn't really have the right kind of situation. I did that the first time I gardened. This was before I met Michael. I got my little seed trays and I put them in the window. I was living in an apartment, second floor of an apartment, and all the little seedlings came up, and I was just so excited. And then at a certain point, you have to take the plastic, cover off because they're getting too big. And the minute I did that, I had two cats at the time, Josie, who was a gray and white Manx, my first boy, just the biggest love on the planet. He used to suckle on my ear until he passed, really. So he's like an 18-pound cat hanging off my ear. But when I got him, he was so tiny. Anyway, Josie and Oshi, my other cat, who was a rescue, who I found in the basement of my office and took home because, I'm like that, thought it was a salad bar and ate everything, all my seedlings. So I've learned that it's hard to do it from seed, especially when you have little animals around. We see the wisteria here. It's just so beautiful and so fragrant. And now the leaves are starting to pop out on that. This feathery stuff in the front and to the back there is fennel. That stuff just grows everywhere. It self-seeds, but it is a beautiful plant. And you can get the seeds from it, the fennel seeds, or you can use the fronds in cooking and salads. Some of this is grass. I have to get in here and pull out the grass, and some of it is irises. That big mound there, that is my globe thistle. That's going to be always beautiful. The bees really, really like it. And over here, we can see that the irises are really now starting to pop up. What I call the wall of irises. Wall of irises. A few little dianthus in between there. So we're going to come over here. So the other thing that's happening today is a supportive trine between Saturn and Venus. I have one of these in my astrological chart. I have Venus in Taurus and Saturn in Capricorn, and they are trine each other. Actually from my 6th and my 10th house, so my money houses. But this is about bringing structure to bringing structure to the things that you value. So a trine is a flowing aspect, and it helps to support your values. So figuring out the structures that are necessary to support the things that you love. And speaking of things that we love, the peony has popped. This is the tree peony. I guess I'll do it this way. Isn't it? It's just so beautiful. And and it smells delicious too. Wow. There's another one back there. This is not quite ready to pop yet, but this is glorious when it does. It's like a heaven. It's got all these little white fragrant flowers. It's just heavenly. We had to move the bird feeder, because I was suddenly not unlike Daenerys from Game of Thrones, who was the mother of dragons. I was suddenly the mother of chipmunks, and I had chipmunks everywhere, and they would just come over and stuff their little faces and run away. Then they wouldn't run away, and they just sit really close to you. I love them. I think they're adorable, but the seed is expensive. So I do actually still like dump a little seed on the ground so they have something to eat, because I figure, well, now they know they're going to get some food. I have to feed them a little bit, right? So that's what's going on here. So to recap the action. First quarter square, crisis in action, sun and moon, taking actions to support the things that are important to you, the things that you value. It could be money. It could be time for you to take an action around money, whether that's saving it or moving it around or utilizing it in a different way so that it's working for you. And also the trine between Venus and Venus, of course, is in Gemini, and Saturn is in Aquarius. Air signs, so it's not just about things, but it can also be about ideas. But those ideas create things, right? Isn't that what Esther Hicks says? So, be careful, be aware of that. So the other day when I showed you guys my table, somebody said they didn't actually see the glitter. It's one of those things that you kind of have to see it with a certain light. So I'm going to come over here and see if we can see the glitter with a certain light. Have a few more irises coming out. And the plants that we planted in the garden over there in Boo and Gretchen's bed, and also here in this new bed that we created, are doing great. So let's see if you can see the sparkliness. You kind of have to see, this might not be the right light. It's a little too direct to see the glitter. I actually took some pictures yesterday. Maybe I'll put them up on the community page where you can actually see the sparkly glitter. Because I personally don't think you can have enough glitter in your life. All right, guys, much love. Take care. Today is my 20th anniversary to my husband. 20 years ago, we got married in a garden that was, actually this is prettier, but it was a lovely garden on the Cape at, what was the name of that place we got married at? It was a bed and breakfast. It was an old captain's house in Brewster, Massachusetts. If you ever have an opportunity to visit Brewster, it is a beautiful, beautiful spot on the Cape. All right, guys, much love. Take care. And tonight, Mary Ann and I are getting together, and we're going to do our 3 questions I have one so far. I wait for them to come pop into my head. So you'll know when she knows and when I know. All right, guys, much love. I don't want to leave you guys. This is just such a lovely day. And I feel like I have a whole group of friends that I get to talk to every day. Much love.